I've always wanted to travel, and I'm not exaggerating. I've always wanted to travel. Ever since I can remember, I've always had this desire to explore the world and see what there is on this planet. When I was a kid, I can remember flying planes from room to room, toy planes from room to room in my house. My bedroom was Chicago. My living room was Spain, and my bathroom, I'm not going to tell you what destination my bathroom is. Yes. My desire to travel from an early age was fueled by my imagination a lot of the time. But when I grew up and I stopped playing with toys, I needed a more tangible way to travel. I couldn't fly my little toy planes around my house anymore. I actually had to go out and do stuff. I don't come from an extremely wealthy family, so we can't travel on a regular basis. Like, we can't do a yearly vacation or anything. But with the power of the internet, I've found ways to travel cheaply on a college student budget. And I've been able to go to multiple countries with friends and keep it extremely affordable. And I just want to share some of these techniques with you guys and how to do that. So there's many benefits to travel. A study by Cornell University in 2002 found that the positive effects of travel happen far before you actually go to your destination. It all starts when you buy your plane ticket. You have the anticipation of going to a new place, and that anticipation turns into happiness. It's much like when you buy a package on Amazon and you're waiting for it to come to your door. You're giddy and you're happy and you're excited to get this thing. Much like Chris Pratt on the screen. And in addition to this, multiple studies done by Adam Galinsky in 2015, a professor at the Columbia University of Business, showed that traveling can boost creativity and cognitive ability in the workplace. So travel not only has an element of going to a place and meeting new people and becoming cultured, but you also have this ability to have, and it has an effect on you outside of the experience that you have when you come home or before you even go. Travel can positively affect your life. There are two main things that I've found in my research that help people like us travel cheaply and affordably. That is timing and resource management. So the internet provides millions of resources for us to go out and find, and I have no idea what just happened to my slides, but I'm going to just keep going. So the internet provides millions of different resources for us to utilize. I use 3 of them. These 3 are hipmunk.com, Airbnb, and Skyscanner. What these 3 resources do, Hipmunk provides an aggregate of all the different travel agencies and websites, and you type in your desired location and where you're flying from, and it provides you with the cheapest flight from hundreds of different travel agencies online. Airbnb, I'm sure you guys all know what it is, but if you don't know what it is, people who have houses or extra rooms in their houses provide you with a place to stay for an extremely reasonable price. And if you go with multiple people, that price can get cut in half. It can get cut into thirds depending on how many people you go with. And Skyscanner provides you with the timing element of everything. It shows you what flights are flying out of where and when the most cost-effective time is to fly to where you want to go. I had a chart on my slide set, which is not... There it is. So this is the chart that I wanted to show you guys. This is a study done by cheapoair.com. It was a survey of 111,000 flights during 2016, and it shows the optimal amount of days ahead of time that you want to buy your tickets. So I always thought that you need to buy your tickets as in advance as possible. You want to buy your tickets a year in advance if you need to, in months in advance. But according to this chart, which is interesting to me, that you don't need to plan so far in advance. In fact, it's more cost effective to buy your tickets if you're flying domestically in the US within 54 days, which is interesting because that's kind of the opposite of what I've always been taught, and I'm sure some of you guys have been taught as well. Just kind of scoops around. So that's Hitmonk, Airbnb's logo, Skyscanner. So to cap off this presentation, I hope that some of you have found some resources from what I've taught you guys. I hope you found some resources, or you found some sort of desire to travel. I know a lot of us are in a position where it's not the most accessible world travel, but if you go online and you do the research and you use some of the resources that are provided to you guys, it's definitely something you can go out and do. And it's affordable and, quite frankly, pretty easy to do.